One day I'm trying to stop the violence. Then when I got beef, I'm asking for the hammer. You could catch me down at Rikers Island. Oh, they shot Peanut, I tell you where to fucking jam them. Remember when they stole my P-straps? Right there on College Ave. I remember trying to get my sneaks back. He pulled out, I seen the gap. Now I'm thinking to myself, I needed that. I went back and I bought a gap. Like, fuck these niggas, I'm coming back. It's May 3rd. Niggas try to front and bring the choppers down. Trying to press my clique, you niggas better ask around. We see the feds, we sippin' lean, our eyes red. They like, fuck boy, just go to school. We like, what about a nigga street cred, goddamn? Smoking L's, guess everybody in my hood losers. Got ball players, got gangsters. I guess everybody in my hood shooters. That weed smoke is kicking in. Old timers talk, we ain't listening. Everybody talking Trayvon. I know 30 black niggas named Zimmerman. It's May 3rd. Yeah, so that was shout out to Holy Grail for that beat. That was dope. About 2 days ago, I actually sent out a request on Facebook asking, anybody. I said, you guys have until 10:30 to actually send me a song, send me any kind of subject you want, and I'll write to it. Just to challenge myself because I actually lost the London challenge last week, and I was so upset, and I just, I had to get my mind off of it. So that was just my way of venting. So a girl by the name of Lily who lives down the block from me, she actually she texted me and just said, write to the J. Cole beat, write to Crooked Summer. And I wrote to Crooked Summer. I sent the verse to her. She loved it. She called me and said, all right, write something about gun violence now, stopping gun violence. So I'm like, all right. So she was like, write it to the Holy Grail beat. And when she said that, I'm like, oh, okay, this might be special. All right. So it was so crazy that, I sent it to her right after she asked me. I wrote the verse in about 10 minutes. And to be honest, I was kind of scared. I didn't know if she was gonna really get it or not. But she called me again right after I sent her the verse and was like, everybody loves it. Like, I'm on the block and everybody feels. And I'm like, wow, that was epic for me. I enjoyed that. So yeah, basically the whole verse is talking about gun violence. And everybody, I got a lot of questions, and the main question was actually, what do you mean by that Zimmerman line? I know 30 black niggas named Zimmerman. Like, what do you mean by that? And I had to explain to a lot of people, and I knew it was gonna actually grasp some type of attention. That line is basically like it's not the foundation, but the answer to the whole concept of the verse. When you listen to the beginning of the verse, it talks about this kind of seesaw thing, a life. Like, 1 minute I'm saying stop the violence, and the next minute when I have beef, I'm asking for the hammer. Catch me down at Rikers Island. Oh, they try to shoot Peanut. I tell you where to fucking jam them. I basically put all these stories and events together that I've experienced. I've never been to Rikers Island. I never shot anybody in my life, but I know tons of people who have. I have friends that are in jail right now, incarcerated. I have friends who did kill another individual. These guys are my friends. It's crazy that I say that, but it's the truth. This is the environment that I'm from. After that, I tell this story, right? I tell this story of a little kid having new sneakers. I remember trying to steal my P straps. Talking, Patrick Ewing, the new Patrick Ewing that were out, that came out. And a little kid is just walking down the street with no kind of negative perception on life, right? Nothing. He thinks life's great. It's summer, he can't wait to show off his brand new sneakers to his friends. He walks down a block and these teenagers approach him and they want his sneakers. And the way that they approach him, he pulls out a gun. So the little kid is looking at the gun and he's like, all right, if I even try to defend myself or fight, these guys are gonna kill me. You know, so I'm gonna need that one day for protection. You know what? Here's my sneakers. You know, I'm pissed off. Now he has to walk in his socks. Here's my sneakers. I'm gonna go back to buy a gun, and I'm gonna come back and kill you. And that's like, that's not the story of my neighborhood, but that's basically it. That's basically what kids go through in my neighborhood. You know, like that is the foundation, you know, of a kid just trying to protect himself. You look at a kid and you judge him and say, oh, he's a killer, but you don't actually understand why he's doing it. You know, and things like that are things like, you know, the story that I just told. Those are the reasons, you know, those are some of the reasons why they do it. And, you know, I go back, you know, on a confident level saying, you know, niggas try to front and bring the choppers down. You know, now he has this reputation now, you know what I mean? He bought a gun. Now, you know, kids are looking at him like, oh, he's a killer. Now, mentally, he's like, you know, F it. If everybody thinks I'm a killer, that's who I'm going to be. You know, so I talk about the feds, too. Well, not a short story, but I talk about the feds and, you know, how everybody is drinking and smoking and we're on the block. You know, they're like, fuck, boy, just go to school. Be like, what about a nigga's street cred? You know, I'm definitely was a victim of that. You know, smoking and drinking with my peers on a block. And these cops come by, just roll their windows down and like, why don't you kids just go to school? You know, it's just like, what? You know, we're looking at them like, you know, excuse my language, but get the fuck out of here. Nobody really cares, you know? You know, we don't care about that. We got other stuff to worry about. You know, people are trying to come after us and all types of stuff. It's just like, you know, whatever. So, what about a nigga's street cred? I'm sorry, I'm trying to actually get the words back. I was in the zone the last time. Then I talk about smoking L's. I guess everybody in my hood loses. You got ball plays. You got gangsters. I guess everybody in my hood shoots. You know, and ball plays and gangsters still trying to answer to those people who feel like, you know, who are so judgmental on neighborhoods or on urban neighborhoods. Like, listen, this is all we have. This is it. You know, you go across your street and there's a basketball court, and then you have gangsters and drug dealers. Like, that's it. That's all we have. You know, like, we don't have any other options. You know, some kids don't. You know, I can go to a kid's house right now. He has nothing. He only has a chair and a couch to sleep on. That's it. No computer, no TV, no nothing. No kind of resources, you know. Mothers are crackheads and fathers are felons, you know. It's just like, I guess everybody in my hood is shooters now, you know. But then, the last line is, you know, the weed smoke is kicking in. Old timers talk. We ain't listening. And everybody's talking Trayvon. I know 30 black niggas named Zimmerman. And everybody is asking the question about that line. I know. When this Trayvon Martin situation happened, it was big, right? I mean, huge. The media was booming. It was amazing. And I refuse till this day to actually point a finger at white America for this. I refuse. You know, I feel that, yes, it was racist. Absolutely. But the way we go about it, you know, I feel as of people is wrong. You know, why not go about it, why not look at it strongly now when everything is dead, right? Why not look at it strongly now when there were 2 shootings on my block about a week ago in a row, 2 nights in a row? Why not talk about it now? Why wait until something tragic like this happens because it's on the news, right? Now we want to protest and make signs. No, that I don't think that'll solve the problem. I know kids. I know about 30 black individuals, teenagers, that are willing to kill another black man in a second because of the way he looked at him, because he spoke to his girlfriend, because of the colors he represents, gangs, and all types of stuff. So if I know kids that are scared to death, and this is all fear, right? Because if I go to another neighborhood with which I'm unfamiliar with, or go to a dangerous neighborhood with a hoodie on as a black individual, and go to another urban neighborhood, it is a 50-50 chance I'm getting killed by another black man because I'm wearing a hoodie and I'm a black man, and it's like, what are you doing? We don't even know you. Are you after us? You might be a part of this and this and that gang, so you know what? We're going to take your life. We don't even want to take the risk of you even walking another block. That happens. So why not address that? Why address this Zimmerman thing so strongly, but not address our people? Why not sit back and look in the mirror? So that was basically my whole that was basically my view, my vision, on that line. That's the reason why I wrote that line. It's basically challenge. It was a challenge. It's a challenge to my people, to say let's change here. Let's not get caught up. Don't get brainwashed. Let's really pay attention to this thing. So yeah, that was the verse. Shout out to my homegirl Lily, who actually challenged me to do this. That's my homie. She lives down the block from me too. It's crazy. Yeah, once again, I made Thurd, and that's my Holy Grail acapella verse. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.